Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit tonight being Thursday night. What I usually do on a Thursday night is I come down to the storage unit and I show off the books that I got from my local. And here they are. So yesterday I went into my local, which is All Star Comics in Melbourne, 53 Queen Street, Melbourne, and yeah, picked up this week's order. The first one I want to show off is a weird book, and it's bigger than a usual comic book. So I'll just show you in comparison. There we go. See how big it is? A little bit disappointed because I don't really like getting books that are outside of the norm in terms of size, but with a name like PP Poo Poo, I couldn't say no. Yeah, I saw this solicited and I thought, what is this? This looks really weird. And yeah, it's very indie. I'll crack open, just show you. It's a very independent issue, or independently created. And who did it? Silver Sprocket, I think. Silver Sprocket. I don't know, but anyhow, it's issue 1, and yeah, there we are. I don't know who did it. Caroline Cash is the creator. So yeah, that's PP Poo Poo. Looks like it's going to be a good read. Okay, now what I've done is I've gone through the books in terms of what I want to read least to what I want to read the most. So we're going to start low, and then we're going to go to some fun stuff. So I always leave the facsimile editions to last, and actually, yeah, I have a ton of these books, these facsimile editions, waiting to be read. But yeah, here we have House of Secrets, issue 92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing, and I didn't realize I actually have this already. Not this version. I've got a previous reprint, so now I have two. What I have for you here is Archie 16, or Betty and Me issue 16, with this iconic cover. I won't repeat it, but I'll hold it up and you can have a bit of a read. It's one of those books that I don't think I'll ever own. But when it came up to buy it as a reprint, I snapped at it. Now this one is fun. Police Comics issue 1, and I got this purely for the first appearance of Plastic Man. And I think DC are trying. They're putting their foot in the water in terms of Plastic Man. So there's a new series that's about to come out by Christopher Cantwell, and I'm going to give that a go. I was a fan of Plastic Man in the JLA era, so I thought, yeah, why not? Why not pick up his first appearance and see what it's like? Now, we have Uncanny X-Men issue 266, the first. I wouldn't say the first appearance of Gambit. Always conjecture about it, but yeah, it's just a reprint, iconic cover. So I've got this one. I've got a reprint of this, and I have the original, which I bought in a collection last year. So yeah, everything's coming up fine. Now, I think I've just ordered the first issue of this. I don't think this is going to be an ongoing thing for me, but we have Blood Hunters. So I was interested in the Blood Hunters mini series, which is just finished, because it was an anthology series, and we also had Greg Land on covers. This, however, I don't know, we're stretching it a little bit. I think it's going to be one and done for me for this, but yeah, we will see. Maybe I should read that one first, so that I can let my local know yes or no to continue on. Now, we also have Cruel Universe by Oni Press, and Oni Press are doing anthologies for. Let's see, they did horror, I think like a week ago, and now they're doing sci-fi. So this looks really good. It's like the paper quality is fantastic. It's really nice. You do pay $4.99 for it, but I think you get your money's worth. So I'm very much looking forward to reading that, even though it's at the end of the pile. This, I was very impressed with the last issue of this. So this is Action Comics 1068. I just like this cover. The cover looked good, and yeah, as I said, I read the previous issue, which I was interested in, and I think it did very well. I think Gail Simone is finding her feet on this series, so yeah, we will see. But I'm glad I have that to give it another go. We have next Ain't No Grave issue 4. I thought this was a 3-part series. See, a 3-part series. But no, this is a 5-part series. I had to look it up. So yeah, this is the penultimate issue um, by Scotty Young via Image Comics. It's good. It's not mind-blowing. It's an interesting concept. And I'm glad it didn't end with 3. It would have been an interesting end with 3, but yeah, 2 more issues to go. So we'll see where they go with this. The next one is Absolute Power issue 2. I don't know. I get the feeling like this is a bit of a nothing burger, and it's disappointing. But it's kind of expected in that with the internet and with spoilers as it is, everyone is just bypassing absolute power because they know with what's coming up with the absolute universe that these subsequent issues don't really mean a lot. I think it's issue 3 that something like snaps. That's what has been rumored, and I think that's going to be the money book. But for the most part, this is, yeah, unfortunately a bit of a nothing burger. But the caveat is I have not read this yet, so this could be absolutely incredible. But we will see. We will see. Okay, the next one, another penultimate issue. It's Outsiders, issue 10. So this finishes with issue 11. And I've only just come onto this series with, I think it was issue 8. Yeah, actually, I think it was issue 8, where we had Ginny Hex, rather. And when I saw her on the cover, it was an instant buy for me. And then we had Jonah Hex in the book, and I was very happy to get that. The last issue, issue 9, was an interesting read, so I'm looking forward to reading this. It is something a little bit different in that it's written in prose. So let's see, we've got a fair bit to go, so I'll hammer on. Shazam, issue 14. Josie Campbell has come on. She's given this book her own spin, and it's working. It's not lighting the world on fire, but it's telling a more subdued story in relation to Billy Batson's foster family, and I think it works very well. So whilst it's telling a very grounded story, this concept is not grounded. So it's a nice juxtaposition. So if you want something a little bit different, I would recommend, Shazam. Now, going back to Absolute Power, we have issue 14 of Green Lantern. I think, and again, these are all my opinions, I think Absolute Power is hurting these books. Certainly Green Arrow, I read it on the weekend, and it was good, but it really feels like it's hammered in. And Green Lantern especially, it really feels like Jeremy Adams has been told you have to put this and this and this in, and he's put it in, but it seems obvious to me that he wants to tell this story, but he's told to deviate a little bit and go in this direction. And the stuff here, the path he's going on is very strong and it's very enjoyable. So even though the price is $4.99, I will continue with Green Lantern because it is a good read. Now, the last issue. Fans of the channel know that I'm a fan of last issues. And this is the last issue of Blue Beetle. So issue 11, I have every single issue of this series. I don't think the sales have been great, but it has been enjoyable. It's been something different. And Josh Trujillo, I don't know how to pronounce this writer's name. Trujillo. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. I just don't know. But he brings a fun to this concept, and it's just unfortunate that not a lot more people have been reading this. So, yeah. So I've got 3 more to go, and we have Uncanny X-Men issue 1. Now, going back to online spoilers, yeah, I was spoiled for this book, which is really unfortunate that I didn't get a chance to read it before I was spoiled. But there was a particular YouTube channel. He's very critical about a lot of stuff. Um, I was listening to this gentleman talking about this book, and then I realized he's spoiling the whole book, and because I listen to YouTube during the day, uh, and just before I could stop it, it was spoiled, so I figured I'll just watch the whole thing. Um, but despite the critical uh, avenue that he went down, I want to read this for myself. I want to form my own opinion. I've looked through the comic, and the artwork is really nice. So I think I'm in for a fun read, just in terms of the artwork. But we'll see how we go. Now, the second last issue for the video is Avengers 17. Now, since Tom Brevoort has ended the run as the editor, this book has skyrocketed in fun factor. So this is written by Jed MacKay, and as you can see, Storm joins the series. So it'll be interesting to see how they get Storm onto the team. But yeah, I've really enjoyed Avengers. It's been lighthearted fun, and Jed MacKay, he knows his characters. He knows the best positions to put them in and to get the maximum action. And yeah, I'm looking forward to read this. This will be the second issue that I read tonight, but the first issue I'm going to read tonight is issue 12 of Daredevil. Now, I remember when the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie came out, and Kevin Smith was interviewed because he'd been writing the series, and he said, with Daredevil, you either like him or you don't. And the people who like him, they don't just like him, they love him. If you're a Daredevil fan, you are a hardcore Daredevil fan. And I have to say, I'm one of them. I have been reading Daredevil since the 90s. I don't think I will ever stop. I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I go, this is it. I just can't do it anymore. But getting to this series is great. The artwork, uh, the the fact that Salman Ahmed can take these concepts that have been going on for decades now and give them a fresh spin, and it doesn't really feel like this is something we've seen again and again and again. Um, that being said, though, Marvel have done something with the Kingpin and they've given him powers. It makes no sense, um, but I'm willing to keep reading because I just love this series so much. Yeah, and I also have to say the Alan Kruder artwork it's top notch. Okay, so that's the video for today. For tonight, I have a question before I end the video, and I want to put this out to my viewers. I have been given the option to buy two very expensive comic books, and I've arranged a payment plan to buy these two books. I should have them in about 8 weeks' time. I'm very excited to get both of them. One book I've always wanted, and you'll see them in 8 weeks at least. But there was one, so this one book I've been wanting to get it, and then there was the option to buy this other book, and this option to buy this other book is a big book. Well, they're both big books, but this is a really big book, and I was told, okay, it's yours. However, there's interest in buying the book, and the person who's interested in buying it actually reached out to me and said, "Can I buy it from you after you buy it?" So my question to the viewers is, after I buy the book, should I sell it to this guy, or should I keep it? Because I don't want to be greedy, but I also want to have it in my collection. So I'll put it out there. Tell me what avenue you would go down. Would you keep it for yourself, or would you negotiate a price, or would you consider selling it? So that's the video for today. Thank you for sticking with me. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me. I've got some really good books to show in subsequent videos, and I'll catch you then.